the Clinton campaign has put out. Some relate to support some of these regional hubs and creating more of a center of gravity ecosystem development, which was part of our Startup America effort. Some of it is tax incentives. Recently, there was a provision that was added to the startup investments in certain kinds of companies. There's no capital gain, so there are different ways you can incent that. The main thing, though, is focusing on recognizing that you have to lean into the future, go where the jobs are going, and support jobs all across the country. And I say in this piece, I understand why there's a lot of anger out there. There's a lot of fear out there. There are millions of people who feel left behind by globalization and digitization. But I don't think the answer is Trump turning back the clock. I think it's Clinton moving things forward and trying to figure out where we're going next.
Do you think that there's an opportunity to bring manufacturing back to the United States, or do you think that that ship has sailed, or do you think that technology has overtaken it?
I think there's an opportunity to bring some manufacturing, particularly advanced manufacturing. What's happened there is technology has hollowed out a lot of the jobs there, but as a result, some of the things that 10 years ago you went to China for, there are companies that are starting to insource instead of outsource. But it's not going to be the way it was before. It's not going to be the same plants with thousands and thousands of jobs. It might be hundreds, even dozens of jobs. So you can bring some of it back, but you got to focus on new kinds of jobs.
Where do you come down on the trade pact issue?
I think the TPP should be passed, and that's actually one area where I disagree with Clinton. She was supportive initially, backed off it. I think trade policy is one of the things that also helps entrepreneurs and small business.
Where do you think she really is? Because she sort of gives lip service to being against TPP, but also has talked about trying to have open.
But by the way, Elizabeth Warren doubling down.
Yes, then doubling down yesterday.
I think so. I've not talked about it.
But TPP is just one piece of it, but then she'll talk about NAFTA or other things, and she seems to have a different view.
And hard to say. We'll see what happens there. I think that's an area where both are basically anti-TPP. I'm in favor of it. I think she's been much better on immigration. I think Trump is talking for building a wall. Right now, I think the net migration between the U.S. and Mexico is zero. As many people go back as come in. The wall doesn't really make sense. A decade ago, 12 million people are here illegally. Now it's 11 million people. We need to be, instead of viewing immigration as a problem, an opportunity. How do we become a magnet for talent, including some of those innovators, entrepreneurs that are going to create the jobs of the future, like a Steve Jobs or Sergey Brin, both who were immigrants. And the rhetoric Trump has used, which is kind of harsh, is scaring people away and making people anxious about that. And instead of basically saying we want to remain the most innovative entrepreneur nation in the world, obviously the people, talent's part of that. How do we continue to be a magnet for the people that are creating? 40% of Fortune 500 companies are founded by immigrants. 40%. So we need to make sure that immigration is viewed as an opportunity, not just a problem.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the I right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.